You know, when you go in for a job interview, it's nice to put a little lipstick on, you know, because you want to look nice. But you don't want to look too sexy. Professional, when you go into an interview, you wanna keep composure, and you wanna really present yourself. You don't want to be too sexy, but you also want to look together, you know? It's a delicate balance a little bit, and then you have to make sure that you're on time, and then you also have to make sure that you know, you don't want your shirt to be untucked. You want to have it tucked in, and you don't want to be too nervous, because then you're going to shake. And if you shake, you don't know what they're going to think. They might think that you're on drugs, you know? You don't want that. You don't want that. So many lanes out there, and you know, if you're on, if there's like 7 lanes out there and you're in the 3rd lane and your tire pops, how are you going to get over? You know, that's 1, 2, 3 lanes that you're over. And so you're driving, you're trying to drive, you're not used to this many lanes on the highway. I mean, if you're from the east and you go to the west, and all of a sudden there's so many lanes, I can't even believe it. I don't know how, you know, I never understood those traffic pileups, but now I mean, it must be out there. There's just so many lanes. I can't believe how many lanes they have. And so you're on the way, and you know, you're trying to get to where you're trying to get to, but then you know, you're kind of itchy, you got some itches, you're trying to itch, and then you're also driving. It's hard to drive while you're itching, and so you're trying to itch, and then, but you don't want to itch too much, because then you're going to get all these blobby little red dots all over you. Then your blobby red dots, and you don't know what those blobby red dots are, and then all of a sudden somebody's going to say, what are those blobby red dots? And then you say, I don't know, and then all of a sudden they think you're sick. Maybe you're sick, maybe you have some sort of disease. You know, you just got to get over, you got to pull over, you got to make sure you pull over when you have an itch. You just got to pull over, you got to calm down, maybe get yourself some water, you know, maybe get yourself a little bit of a wipe, like a hand towel wipe kind of a thing, you know, go to the bathroom. And you know, you have lipstick on, but it doesn't cover up the red splotches, you know? So, yeah, and then you don't want to be shaken. You don't want to be shaken. What are they going to think? You don't know what they're going to think if you're shaken. Oh, she's on speed. They might think that. In the world, you know, you think there are rules and there are people and they think they have all these rules set up, but there's no rules. You're just out there and you're free floating, and you know, you never know. Somebody could just break your heart. You don't know. You don't know. You put your heart out there, and it could just get broken, because it's just a blobby world. Like somebody, you could really like somebody, and you know, they just don't like you. They don't like you because you look like a teddy bear, and they're looking for like a jaguar face, you know, or they're looking for one of those triangle kind of faces, and you just don't have that kind of face, and you don't have that kind of attitude. You know, you've had this round teddy bear face your whole life, and so people look at you and it's a teddy bear, you know, and then your whole life you've been trained like as if you were a teddy bear, you know. So then you're walking around and you're doing what teddy bears do. You're cute, you're cuddly, you're trying to make everybody happy, and meanwhile, you know, all you think about is if you had that jaguar face, because then you know, you'd be cooler, and maybe you would be braver too, and then maybe you could skateboard, you know, because and you could rip your knee, and you could skid and bleed and get a scrape or two, and it would be fine, because you'd have that triangle kind of face. You'd look really good, you know, but not now. Nope, you've got that round teddy, you know, and you're making everybody, you are so cute. And, you know, usually you're funny, but today you're just not so funny. Something happened. I don't know. Maybe you're having a bad day. Maybe you woke up on the wrong side of the bed today, and everything just seems a little bit gray, and your food was appetizing yesterday, but something about it, I don't know. It's just like it turned to plastic or something, and the sun is just not shining, not today, nope. And you walk in and you're kind of mopey. You're going around and you're saying hi and you have that sort of somber face on and, you know, no one's laughing. Nope, not a laugh in sight, joyless. And they just, oh, look at that mopey guy. Now, you're the mopey guy. And you hear some whispers, you look around, and now you have a bad day. You have a bad day. You know, maybe you just got to take a deep breath. You got to take it, hey, I'll be funny tomorrow, you know? Then you're out there, and at least there's friends, you know, because then when you're really down in the dumps, you can call your friends, and they write from very far, and they're down in the dumps too, so it's okay, and it's a little bit of a relief. You're floating out there, you're just kind of floating, you're like a snowflake on like a warmer day, and you know that by the time you hit the ground, you're not even gonna stick, but it's this mopey little, you know, little guy, and so... Maybe you weren't better looking, but you sure felt better looking yesterday, and now it's just today. It's Monday. Welcome to Monday. Maybe you're having a bad day, and you're just a little paranoid, you know? Maybe you just gotta take a deep... the job interview, and you somehow you're shaky, but you remembered everything you were gonna say, and it seems like they like you. You know, they say it seems like they like you. They see the blobs, but they don't care. It seems okay, and they like you. And then you gotta, you know, you're smiling. Oh, you know, you're a little teddy bear, and then they think, you know, oh, look at her, you know, she'll be good for the job, and so they give you the job, you know, and then you gotta work. Then you're at the job, you know, you said all those things. You said all the things, but now you got this job, and can you do it? Are you going to be able to perform? Can you follow through? You know, what if you're, you know, what if you can't get over, and you know, what if you're on the job, you got the job. I need a good